Next up, we're with Andy Hatcher from Zetron. Andy, tell us a little bit about the work that you guys do.
Okay, well, Zetron is a manufacturer of control room solutions. So we've been in the business for 35 years, and we typically offer solutions that connect to Tetra, to other sorts of radio telephony, P25, LTE. But here we've got our dispatcher solution that handles end-to-end delivery of incidents from the call taker receiving the call from the public to delivering it to the responder on the mobile vehicle.
Okay, we've got Ian who's going to step in as well. He's going to help us operate a few of the buttons and talk us through a little bit about what you're doing now, Ian.
Okay, so this is simulating a call coming in from a customer. So that the network would deliver us the customer's phone number and then position the location of the customer on the map. If it was a fixed building, it would be a point. If it was a cellular customer, it might well be a sector. But it would allow the operator to determine where the customer is, and then they can then start putting in the information about the call. In this case, it's a public order event. We're going to say it was an assault, and they can save that call. They can then inform other departments. So you can decide whether, in this case, you needed to tell the hospital, could be that somebody's been injured. You could maybe need to tell the local police or community services, and then you could do that by calling, which would send a recorded message, SMS or say email, and then those messages would go out to those organizations, so they would be informed of the incident as well. When the incident is created, it would come to the dispatcher terminal. The dispatcher is usually responsible for talking to the radio. In some organizations, the dispatcher and the call taker are the same people. Other times it's split into functions. So the dispatching terminal has informed the dispatcher of a new incident. In the bottom here. They would look here and they will see it's a public order event. When they click on that incident, it will put it on the map, locates it on the map, as here, and gives them some information about it. They can then look at their resources. In this case, we have a vehicle that's here. The system will determine which resource is the best resource, for, given on the skill set of the resource, the capabilities, and the location. To dispatch the incident, we drag it to the resource, and it will be dispatched out to the data terminal in the resource, and you see it's turned up there. You can also talk to the vehicle using the radio. So we have the ability to talk with the vehicle, and that will use whatever technology that vehicle is using, whether it be Tetra, could be GSM phone, could be analog phone. System doesn't matter because it's integrated with our voice switch. So no matter what technology is being used, the operator doesn't need to know, which makes their job easier. And in this case, you can see all the incidents that this vehicle has picked. He's been a busy guy, this guy, yeah.
Yes.
So on the vehicle terminal, which could be connected, say, through 3G, could be Tetra, using SDS messages, or even LTE, they can accept the message. It will then give them some data on what it was, in this case, well, it says, and then we'll navigate them to where they need to go.
Yep.
So it will give them an audible and visual navigation. When they get there and they finish with the incident, they can put in feedback, and that will be reflected back into the dispatching system. So you'll be able to look and see from the business management system how long the incident took to be created and to be closed, which gives them all of the key performance measurement indexes that the organization management requires to make sure their system's being run efficiently and predictably, which is what they want to do. And this is often used as an engine for change in order to try and measure performance in organizations and then to try and improve the performance in response to client feedback.
Fantastic, it's great. You're going to take us on to another little product we've got around here. That was Mission Control, love that. And what have we got? What have we got going on here?
This is our Acom switch, a voice platform. So this is the user environment. Everything you see here can be changed. You can change the colors, the graphics, the positions of all the buttons, and our customers often do this themselves. So they don't need to come back to Zetron in order to have this service for them. They can manage their own environment. So as their needs change, as their organization names change, if they bring in more resources, they can just adjust the system to match what they need to do. In this case, we have a Tetra radio, which is patched to a LTE PTT over cellular system, which we've got a link into Kodiak. So when you talk on the Tetra radio, we automatically patch through to all of our PTT over cellular devices and backwards, and they can come back as well.
Amazing.
You can also, they can dial into the system, they can dial in a number and make private calls, they could route through to telephone lines. It allows people to access things like the web, maps if the internet was working.
Yeah.
You can also bring in things like CCTV
Yeah.
and other security systems as well. So it allows everything, as well as telephony, to be brought into one user environment. So the user doesn't have to have multiple screens, they don't have to have radios and telephones on their desk. It gives them an easy to use interface.
Okay. Fantastic, Ian. Thank you very much. I think we've got Lee round this way. Watch your step on the way through. Thanks very much. I think he's round here. Here he is. Hello, Lee. How are you today?
Very good. Thank you so much.
Very good. Now you're going to take us through the final two bits of exciting tech that you've got here. What's this one, first of all?
Okay, this is a mass dispatch system, and then utilize the latest technology and running on AIP as a backbone, so that provide a most radio interfaces for interoperability for the control room. So, and from the screen over here, and then the operator actually control all different radio systems and communicate with the radio in the field. And also you can see that we also incorporate AVL information. So there's a map on the screen so the operator can see it. And then if something happened, they can know right away. For example, there's a DMR mobile is just making an emergency call so that you can see the red over there and a while on the tile here, and it shows which vehicle is making the call, and they are the ID and the ADS or even a picture, so that they give you a information right away. And then also you can interact with the mapping so that you can do it very quickly. So that provides a lot of information and reduce a lot of mistake and let the operator more efficient to do their jobs.
It's fascinating. It's great. We've got one more thing you want to show us, haven't you? I think one more bit of apparatus in the corner, one more bit of tech. Absolutely loving this. Hopefully you are too.
Yeah, so this one here is a small version of a security video system. So that's the part of a control room, because right now the technology is going a lot faster, and then a lot of information kind of flooded in. So that's with the security system, we'll provide the recording and camera and everything that into one system. So this system actually control a lot of cameras, and then have a server, what we call the central VMS, and then also has some other application which is like a recognize the vehicle license plate, and then also do some spot scanning, and so that a lot of information will coming out from there. So. Yeah, and also and process some door control. So actually using a swipe card, and then just get in and provide a security to the control room too.
Fantastic. Well, thanks very much for the tour around, Lee. Thanks very much. Let's go and speak back to the big boss man quickly. See if we're not interrupting you. Sorry, just 2 minutes. Final word with you. Zetron seems like a great place to be right now.
Absolutely, it certainly is. I mean, we're bringing together LTE and these legacy Tetra networks and DMI networks. It's a great place to be.
And what do you hope to gain over the next couple of days, sort of business relationships you're looking to build?
Yeah, it's building with LTE operators, LTE end users, as they think about migrating their conventional radio into LTE. We're the glue that glues it together really with the legacy networks.
Thanks very much for the tour around. We've had a great time.
Great.
Cheers. Thanks for all your help. Cheers.